So this is called lit, or to the scientist who I ain't speaking to anymore. Don't say that you didn't see this coming, Jason. Don't say that you didn't expect this to be my reaction and that you never intended for me to get so worked up. Because if that were true, you'd be dumber than Lenny from Mice and Men, blinder than Oedipus and Tiresias put together, and feel less than a Dalton Trumbo character. You'd put the Dick in Dickens, the Boo in Kowski, and be more cowardly than Noel. But you don't understand any of these references, do you, Jason? Because you're a geology major, and you once told me that scientists don't have time to read popular literature, that they have more important things to do. Well, be glad that you don't read, Jason, because maybe you won't understand these words as I screamed them to you on your front lawn on Thanksgiving Day, brandishing 3 hypodermic needles, a Ginsu knife, and a letter of permission from Bret Easton Ellis. Jason, you are more absurd than Ionesco, more abstract than Joyce, more inconsistent than Agatha Christie, and more satanic than Rushdie's verses. I can't believe I used to want to Sappho you, Jason. I used to want to Pablo Neruda you. To Annie's, Nin, and Henry Miller you, I used to want to be O for you. To blow for you in ways that even Odysseus' sails couldn't handle. But self-imposed illiteracy isn't a turn-on. You used to make fun of me for wanting to be a writer, saying scientists cure diseases, and really, what do writers do? But of course you wouldn't understand. I mean, have you ever gotten an inner Thurston to read some Zora Neale Hurston? Have you ever heard Angel's Herald for you to read F. Scott Fitzgerald? Have you ever had a beat attack for some Kerouac? The only Morrison you know is Jim, and you think you're the noble one? Go plath yourself. Your heart is so dark that even Joseph Conrad couldn't see it, and it is so covered in bullshit that even Edgar Allan Poe's cops couldn't hear it. Your mind is as empty as the libraries in Fahrenheit 451. Your mind is as empty as Silas Mariner's coffers. Your mind is as empty as Huckleberry Finn's wallet. And some people might complain that this poem is just a pretentious exercise to see how many literary references I could come up with. And they would be wrong, because I had a whole stanza about Moby Dick that I cut out. That was really offensive. And other people might complain that this poem in its core is just shallow, repeating the same emotions again and again and again. I mean, how many times can you express your contempt for Jason Christin before the audience gets a little bored? But those people would be wrong, because this isn't a poem I'm writing to express my hatred for you. This is the poem I'm writing because we aren't speaking. And sometimes it makes my heart hurt so bad, I can't make it up off the floor. And this is the poem I'm writing instead of the I miss having breakfast with you poem, instead of the I miss you poem, instead of the how are you poem, instead of the I wish we were walking our dogs past our old schoolyard poem, instead of the I wish I was making fun of how much you like Garth Brooks in your Jeep in front of your parents' house poem, instead of the holiday seasons are coming around again and you know what that means, suicide poem. I am writing this poem because I am tired of wanting to write the I could fall in love with you again so quickly. If only you would say one more word to me, poem, but I am tired of loving you, Jason, because you clearly don't know how to love me right. And if some pretentious-ass poem is going to prevent me from writing about the way your laugh sounds, about the way your skin feels in the rain, about how sometimes I would rather be miserable with you than happy with anyone else in this world. If some pretentious-ass poem can do all that, well, then I'm gone with the wind. I am flying over the fucking